yeah, we just got a quick little pop-up live here, and I figured like I would break down to you guys what all is going on. Unfortunately, we might be in the path of another Category 4 hurricane, which really sucks, man, because these people that have just recently went through this with Helena, now they're gonna have to deal with this with Milton again. So I just thought I would go live here. We're actually here to talk about some barber, kind of stuff here. So if you're here for the hurricane and you think I'm a meteorologist, like you got the wrong guy here. But down here it is currently been raining already for like 2 days, and we're all deciding on how serious we want to take this because the panic pushers in the media, all right, they out here and nobody believes them anymore. That's I think that's part of why Milton was so like Helena was so bad because nobody believes a word that these guys are saying. Hey, what up, Cody? So when we get right down here, no, I'm not a weather guy. I'm not a weather guy. But I'm here to talk about some pet peeves about barbering here in just a second. I just wanted to explain to you guys, the situation here. As of right now, it could be possible. This is how great these weather people are. It could hit anywhere in Florida. That's how stupid this whole situation is. So people are saying it's going to hit in Tampa. If that's the case, it won't be so bad here. But we'll find out. We're just wondering if we want to put the hurricane shutters up. So if you guys got some pet peeves, I'm gonna ask you guys some funny stuff. I actually I've been compiling a list for a week. I just got done shooting some shorts over here in my studio, and I was like, you know what? Let's just go live and talk about this because I think it'd be kind of funny. So, barbers, what is your biggest pet peeve? If it's not listed, comment below. So we got some comments we're gonna get into, but like I put up like five. But I'm gonna tell you guys my number one thing that I fucking hate when clients do it. It drives me up a wall when they do this. But all right, let's see what you guys got to say right here. Is it a bigger pet peeve for you when the client likes to get this close to your face and explain what they want, or no call, no show / lateness? That one actually received 43%. If you guys didn't vote on this, it was a poll that I ran. It got almost 400 replies here. Or people who move around while you cut, not knowing what they want. Moving around while you cut ranked at second. It was 38%. 38% of you guys are more miffed about your client moving around than some of the other stuff we're about to talk about. Not knowing what you want. Not knowing what you want. All right. This one's a good pet peeve, man, because you had all this time to figure this out before you walked in the shop. And now you're gonna sit in my chair. You're gonna look at me like a deer in the headlights, talking about I don't know what I want. And I'm like, I'm not. This is not a salon. All right, this is not a salon. This in a woman's salon. It's common for them not to know what they want when they come in. So you used to have to kind of like talk them into it, convince them, make sure that you were very, on it with that. But men generally know what type of haircut they want when they come in. There's not a ton of men who are coming in like, yeah, man, I'm thinking of wearing some long hair. Like, no, they don't come in doing that. They've been getting the same haircut forever. They might change it up a little bit. What's up, Yogesh Kumar, Marshall, Wavy Cuts? Drop it in the comments if you got a pet peeve, something that's bothering you. Because I'm about to another one that really bothers the shit out of me is when the mom and the son start having an argument in front of me before we're about to cut the hair. The kid wants to, this is usually how it goes. Kid usually wants to keep his hair long. Mom wants his hair short. And they're just having this argument. So there's no winning for you. Like if you leave the kid's hair long, he's going to be happy with you. And the mom's going to be pissed. She's the one with the money. If you cut the kid's hair short, he's going to shit talk you. So there's no great win here, right? But I hate when they have this argument in front of me. It's like, I don't need to be part of your domestic dispute. You guys can have that anywhere other than here before you come in. All right. Now I've actually fired a couple of I've fired a couple of clients over this before. All right. So one of the reasons why I fired a couple of clients, and this is why this one's on the list. This only received 4%, by the way. So obviously, this is not something that bothers you guys as much as it bothered me. But 4% asking for a different haircut every single time you come. I had a client. I haven't seen him in many years. I fired him over this. He used to ask me for a different haircut every time he came, and most of the time when he got a haircut, if I really knocked it out of the park, I was good to do two. If I did only two haircuts on him, that would be a solid day right there, and he would leave and he would be happy. I don't think I ever did less than two haircuts on him. Every time he'd come in and be like, I just want to do a taper. You'd get the taper done. Nah, you know what? Let's just do a low skin fade. Nah, you know what, man? I'm thinking about maybe I'll do a mohawk fade. It's like, bro, we're limited to what we can do here, and I don't have time to just keep sitting here cutting your hair. And I never charged him any extra. There was a time at the end of that where I was like, you know what, bro? If you want me to cut your hair a third time, I'm going to charge you again. We've all been through this, but that pisses me off. That's definitely a pet peeve. So let's listen to some of your guys' comments on this. The guy who touches their head 39 times while looking left and right before saying it looks good. So he's the guy who gets all up in your mirror, starts doing all this. I don't know, bro. I don't know. You think it's good? You think it's good? You think it's good? It's good? Okay. If you think it's good, bro, of course he thinks he's good. He did it, bro. He wants to get paid. He wants to get you the hell out of there. Of course he thinks it's good. Also, to go along with this one, that's the same client who goes to the bathroom right after the haircut before he pays you. He's got to go to the bathroom so he can have a moment in private to inspect your work. And believe me, he's keeping all the angles. Or the client who keeps a comb in his pocket, pulls it out on your ass at the end. We'll see if this stays down. We'll see. And, I cut a client that had a comb in his pocket yesterday. So that's, it is what it is. Next comment says, the first three are annoying. The last two are actually great. They don't allow monotony. They make you better if you make these clients happy. He's basically saying that, like, when other people are giving you a hard time, that somehow that's making you better. What I'm basically saying is, and that's what's from Saigon Studio. What I'm basically saying is there's certain people who are going to come into your shop who are going to give you a hard time, and they're going to not pay you any extra. They're just going to be a dick. And there's no reason to even have those people. And then there's going to be other people who come into your shop. Smash the thumbs up if you know what I'm talking about. There's going to be other people that come into your shop who don't give you a hard time at all, pay you 2 or 3 times what you ask, and they're going to be as regular as every other couple weeks. So you're going to see this guy all the time. There's a ton of guys out there that are like that. Like, why do you want to why do you want to have people that are just going to make your life difficult for no reason at all? This one, this guy's name is Without Prejudice Jamie. He said, when they ask for it done medium, I always say, what the F is medium? Maybe I should cut it rare. That's a good point, bro. We ain't making steaks over here. All right, we're not making steaks over here. You want a medium. What the hell you want? What is a medium to you? This is where, like, I go, I'm like, you know what? At the end of the day, if you're not sure what a client wants, you should really pull out your phone. You got this powerhouse of a computer in your phone. It can do the most amazing technologically advanced things, such as look at a photo that you guys could agree upon. So that's a funny one. Oh, I love this one. Walla Walla basketball men's team. He says, how do you fade? So every once in a while, I think what he's saying is every once in a while, some client will call the shop and they'll be like, hey, y'all know how to do a fade down there? Like they're selling drugs in a back room or something. They got to say it real quiet, like, hey, y'all know how to do a fade down there? Like, nah, man, we never heard of that. What is that? Like, that's how stupid some people be. Or they come in the shop and they're like, who the best barber in here? Like, bro, what do you think? We all just sat around, we had a powwow, and we said, you know what? From now on, when somebody asks that, everybody, I want you all to point to this guy. Actually, it happened a lot of times back in my younger days when somebody comes in there like, who the best barber in here? We would point out that new guy The Apprentice, the guy who can't get nothing right. And just that's the guy, man. He cuts my hair. He does everybody's hair in here. You ought to go to him, see how it goes for you. No fro cuts. He said, mine's when the clients smell, especially when it's early in the day. Well, a lot of them guys be coming in kind of early in the morning, right? And they ain't brushing their teeth. So that's how that goes. Like when you got that, do you say anything? Do you offer them like a gum or something like that? Oh, I love this one. Talisman TV 2038. This is his name. He said, when they wait until you finish the haircut, and then they ask you, can you just take the fade a little higher? Um, so you want me to just do a whole nother haircut then? Basically, that's how that goes. So I actually think that's pretty funny, man. It's not funny when it happens to you, but it's funny when it happens to somebody else. Just like Dave Chappelle said. Three no calls, no shows equals a fired client. I'm just curious, man. Drop it in the comments right now. How many times would a client have to no call, no show you before you fire them? Oh, pet peeve when a client shows up 39 minutes early and look at me like I can't get a lunch. Yeah, I'll be right back, fam. That's true. Some people show up a little bit too early too. Some people be showing up a little bit too early and it be upsetting the apple cart. But I personally don't mind when somebody shows up early. Like if I can get you in early, I'll push off my lunch or whatever I got to do. I'll get it. So that was pretty much the end of your guys's what you guys were saying. But I got a whole list that I've been working on that I compiled. He said he blocks them after one if they're new. Yeah, it's true. Because if they're not new and they just do this to you, you might have a relationship there. Like, everybody has that client that messes up once in a great while. But like, if you don't know these people and they mess you up like that, like it'd be like this. Like, look, I gotta walk in, sitting in the shop, and he's just hoping that somebody has a cancellation or something. Maybe he could get a haircut. He says to me, "I'll give you $100 if you cut my hair." I say, "No, I really can't do this, man. I got Joe coming in 2 minutes, and I gotta respect Joe's time. I'm sorry." Now, 2 minutes goes by. I'm sitting there. He's looking at me. 10 minutes goes by. I'm sitting there. He's looking at me. It's obvious Joe ain't coming. So now my next customer's coming. I can't take this guy. I just lost $100. Joe just screwed me out of the money that I was gonna make there, and this walk-ins money. So okay, we got most annoying moms. The moms. Some of the moms can be very annoying. All right, they helicopter around the chair. All right. I tell them, look, when the moms is helicoptering around the chair, tell them, yo, go sit the down. I'll deal with this kid. All right, they're gonna be independent. They're gonna get this haircut, and they're gonna be fine in no time. Just go sit down. Or I love when the mom sticks her fingers in the hair, like right when you're about to make a cut, the mom's finger is all of a sudden right there, bro. Get your fingers out of my fucking haircut. All right, before you wind up getting your hair, you're gonna wind up getting your finger cut. I got scars on my own finger. I have a hard enough time not cutting myself. I gotta worry about cutting you too, and then you're gonna probably want to sue me. And then this kid's gonna have blood all over. Man, imagine all the things that can happen. Keep your hands to yourself. All right. Oh, my favorite, when the mom gives them the sticky, sweet stuff right before they're about to get a haircut. So with that nice little sugar high, these kids are jacked up, boy. They jacked up. They moving all around. And now every little hair that I cut is just sticking to the kid. And now I don't really want to try to wipe it off because that's gonna get sticky stuff on my hand. It's gonna cause everything to stick to me. Like it's kind of like getting tarred and feathered. And I'd rather you like if you're gonna give your kid something sticky and sweet, do it on your own time, bro. If anything, give them a Benadryl, bro. I'm just playing. Don't do that. I'm just saying, like, really, that realistically, don't give these kids a bunch of sticky sweet stuff before they get their haircut. And if you know, all right, smash the thumbs up if you guys are feeling what I'm talking about. We got 4 thumbs up. There's 100 people in here. Come on, man. Show a little love here. All right. So, anyways, if you know your kid can't sit still, don't come in asking about no skin fade. Bro, just get something that is realistic, all right? This kid, I'm not going to sit here and fight with your kid for an hour. for whatever the cost of the skin fade is, it's just not worth it to me. So like, let's just be realistic, and this goes to the barbers too, y'all. Y'all could put a little bit of responsibility on yourself, because all you got to do is say, hey, you know, he's obviously not going to stay super still. Maybe we could do something that meets it, because I don't want to do a skin fade, have it all messed up. All right, moms, this one might be a little controversial, but those of you guys who come in with the tablet and you got to keep it there, and you're navigating and you're holding it all around and you're trying to use it as a tool to like make it better, but like the truth is, it's just going to make it worse. The kid is going to be looking down, moving all around. I realize there's kids out there that got problems and everything, but like for your average, normal, healthy kid, let him learn how to sit and talk and communicate. Like, what's so hard about that? He's got 15 to 20 minutes in my chair. I think that he can make it 15 to 20 minutes, and I'll talk to him and we'll keep him entertained, and that'll be it. Thank you, man. Thank you, Jimmy. Appreciate the black hat. He said the black Stylecraft hat is fire. He said, when I'm parting their hair and mom remesses it up, saying no hard part. Oh, that's woo. That one gets me a little upset, Jimmy. If somebody does that to me, like, bro, if I just spent all this time parting your hair because maybe I'm going to put a hard part in there, or I just spent all this time, like, doing something, and you just mess it up, it's like I built a sandcastle on the beach and you just kicked it over. Oh, here we go, guys. Here we go. This one is a really good one. I put gel in little Timmy's hair so you can see how he wears it. No. You just piled a bunch of... Before you got to the shop, you sat little Timmy down. You said, listen, Timmy, I got a half a tub of gel here. I'm going to put a lot of it on your head before we go see Ed, so this way he can see how you wear it. Bro, don't even get... That shit make my blood boil. But I'm looking at my blood pressure go up right now. All right? That pisses me off. Come in with your hair clean and dry, please. Just don't do this. Don't put a bunch of gel in your hair thinking that I need to see how you style it, like as if I've never styled anybody's hair before. Yo, chill out, all right? Now, if the kids are in the shop, they running wild, and the parents ain't paying no mind to them, and they go up to somebody's station, they start picking up tools, and we got razors and everything else, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it. This is the kind of the other funny thing too. When I'm trying to do your mustache line, or when I'm trying to do the bottom of your beard or something, and we're talking and everything, but like, yo, you gotta have some common sense, bro. Just keep your mouth shut for a second while I do your mustache. You ain't gotta be talking like this. You just keep it closed, you know what I mean? Just keep quiet for a second. It's all good. Hey, man, this is the second person that mentioned smelly customers. When a smelly customer comes in the shop and you got the clipper smelling like them for the rest of the day until you do a deep clean, bro, that reminds me of cutting hair back in Buffalo, because, you know, man, it'd be a lot of people out there coming in with some stank on them. All right, this one here was six reasons why the barber might fire their client. What might it take for you to fire your client? All right, and I'm gonna give you another example of a client that I fired, but it was essentially a no call, no show situation. But even when he did show up, he was always late. And this guy was actually a neighbor too. He was a neighbor also, and he just kind of thought that like he could just... I don't know what he thought. Like, maybe he thought because he makes more money than me, or he's more important than me, or whatever it was, bro. Like, it just pissed me off. And it was like, at this point, I'm like, yo, if this dude's gonna be late, if he shows up at all, and not show up like so many times. He was a neighbor, so I gave him extra breaks that I normally wouldn't have given. And he calls me to make an appointment one day, and I'm just like, you know what, man? Fuck that. I'm done, bro. He said, why? I said, you've cost me more money than you've made me. You're not a good tipper. You don't come in on the time you're supposed to come in, and half the time you don't show up at all, and you don't even pay me for the times that you missed. I've probably lost $400 having you as a client. Why would I do that? Like, why would I do that? He's saying to clean your clipper after every cut, but yo, you know what it is? You know what it is, bro? If you're smelling a stink that's in your shop after you had a stinky client, if you got a stink on you, got a stench on you, a lot of times it's just stuck in your nose, bro. You got like a nose memory, bro, and you can't do it. So we're gonna go back to this guy. This guy was a habitual line stepper, as Charlie Murphy would have said, and he was frequently late or he didn't show up at all, and therefore he got fired. All right. Now, another one that I know some of you guys are gonna feel out there, when you ask for extras that you didn't book. All right, this is more of a pet peeve. I might not fire you for this, but like this is more of a pet peeve. It's like you asked for extras that you didn't book. Now I know you booked a lineup, and you think your $10 is gonna carry you into the future and beyond. All right, and you say, "Hey, you mind maybe just fading the sides a little bit while you do the lineup? Maybe you can just do the top line to the beard while you do the lineup. And you know what? If you fade the back, maybe scissor trim the top just a little bit. Bitch, you just asked for a fade and beard? You think I'm gonna do this all for $10? But this ain't 1998. We're not doing this. All right? You're trying to get extras, bro. This is not the place for you. All right? And I'm not gonna be doing that. It's about the respect. You know, I had a kid the other day. So Saturday. I was actually kind of like happy to hear that he seemed interested in cutting hair. He says, "Are you guys hiring?" And I said, "Do you have a license?" And he said, "No." Now I knew he didn't have a license because this kid wasn't but 15 years old. And he says, I said, "Why are you like interested in cutting hair?" He said, "No, it's just something to do." And I was like, "So you just thought that I was gonna say, yeah, go ahead and start cutting hair in here, bro? You don't know what you're doing. You don't know how to cut hair. You're 15 years old. You have no clients, and you're gonna come in here like it would have been a different story if you came in and you were like, hey, listen, man, I'm really interested in cutting hair. I've always had a desire to learn. Like, how do you get started? Like, if you come at me from that side, shit, I would have been like, you know what? You can shadow with us if you want. Come in on Saturday, shadow with us, and learn a little bit. There's a bunch of times where we've done stuff like that for people, but when you get right down to it, that just was kind of disrespectful. Oh, this is a good one. Now I'm glad that you're prioritizing your health. I mean, it means a lot to me that you've chose to start working out. And there's nothing I love more than a sweaty client. Maybe what I love more than a sweaty client is I love a sweaty chair that I got to take extra time to sanitize before the next customer sits down. And what makes the experience so great for me, aside from the slime all over him, is the fact that I never really do get paid any extra for this. At least I wear gloves. This is one of them situations where like I'm glad I'm wearing gloves because you're sopping wet. So please don't go for a 5 mile run before you come into the shop. Like it would be great if you come into the shop just clean and dry without products in your hair. And that's a lot better in my mind, the way to do it. So you guys, smash that thumbs up if you're feeling what I'm talking about. You guys love them sweaty clients, them ones that come in. Now you got people, they got the hypertrichosis, and they just can't help it. They just sweat a lot. But if you got people who are working out, not taking a shower, and showing up to get a haircut, I mean that's a little disrespectful. If you must do this, then let's do a shampoo. All right. Blue Butterfly, he said, no, if I sit in a chair and a man use aftershave that smells like it will be on me, I'm a female, I have to go to a male barber. I don't know what you're saying. I think what he's saying, if it smells like perfume, if his aftershave smells like perfume, and it ain't a good smell. Fragile Shy, he said high vis or FX1. I would definitely pick FX1 over the high vis. I think it's a much better machine. But all right, next one. If you move your head, so I'm directing your head down, and you think the second that I go to actually start working because I've taken my hands off your head, you spring back up. Like, bro, I'm not looking for a fight. All right, I'm trying to be able to see what I'm doing. So I got to keep pushing your head down, and you keep looking up. Or if you're a teenagers, because nowadays we spend so much time on our phones, they get text neck, and the neck is like this, right? So they're always like this. This is how they live. They sleep like this. Some of them sleep upside down. I heard about it in a fairy tale book. But they get text neck so bad, their neck is stuck perpetually like this. So a lot of times you're trying to cut the top of their head, but yo, the top of the head is all the way over there. So you got to crank their head up, and they think the second you let go, it's just you can let go and they just go straight down, bro. This is annoying as hell. If I move your head around, don't fight with me. All right, just at this point, don't fight with me. Just let me do what I got to do. Or my other favorite client, the side eyers. Now, his body was looking this way, but his eyes are always looking to the mirror. No matter what, you're cutting the hair. Like, bro, do you think this haircut's gonna turn out any better because you're staring at yourself? Do you think it's gonna turn out well for you if you just keep moving your head when I'm cutting your hair? I don't. Personally, I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think your hair is going to get more messed up. I think if you let me use the mirror and check if the gradients and the fade is looking good and if all my line work is good, yo, this is hard enough. It's hard enough without you moving around. So all I'm just saying is like, this is kind of a funny, live, right? Kind of a funny live, the fact that we're doing this. But some clients, bro, they need to hear this. Sit your ass still, all right? I'm the barber. It's obviously a lack of trust. Like, I'm the barber. You came to me. You decided to pay me. I do know what I'm doing. I'm going to do a good haircut. I'm going to give you the best that I got. And all you really got to do is sit there and sit still. Hello from Malaysia. What's up, man? He said, I'm glad I'm not the only one. He said, I'm glad I'm not the only one. So, all right, what we got here? Let's see what the next one. Oh, this is a good one, y'all. All right, this might rank up there in the top 5 things that irritate me. You're getting a haircut, and you just decide while you're getting this haircut that you just want to see yourself so bad that you take your foot off the footrest, you put it on the ground, and you start moving yourself towards the mirror. Now, maybe you think that the barber's not going to notice that this haircut is somehow moving. Maybe you think that he's just not going to notice, that you're going to be able to spin towards the mirror and you're going to be able to stay there. You know what I do? As soon as I see a foot leave a foot rest, it's like in those movie scenes where it's like, whoo, I can see it all in slow motion. He's going for the floor and he thinks he's going to do some spinning and some Jet Li shit, who knows? What I do, I just lock the chair. I lock the chair and then I watch him sit there. I watch them sit there and realize, because it takes them a good 4 or 5 tries before they do. They do, especially Jimmy, they do that. They always do that, usually right in the beginning. They love to look at themselves in the beginning, especially if they don't trust you. You're more than likely to deal with most of this stuff as a newer barber or as a barber. Like if people don't really feel like they trust you, you're more than likely to have to deal with that. But bro, if you take your foot off of the foot rest, that's really, really annoying to me. All right. And the other thing too about the foot rest, it's not a diving board, it's a rest for your feet. Bro, you got people that would jump like Michael Jordan from across the room, land on your footrest, the chair will like tip over and then they'll dive into the chair. Bro, this will break. All right. These are expensive. The chairs are expensive. Everything with them breaks pretty easy. Bro, just get on the chair, sit your ass down, and then put your feet up on the footrest. It's not that hard. All right. He says, Gabriella says, I got my own studio. I cut at my home. I want to get into a shop, but I'm kind of nervous. I'm decent at cutting hair too. I've been consistently cutting for about 6 months. What do you think as a shop owner? Bro, it sounds like you went out of your way to start learning how to do your thing. The only way you'll know is if you take it to the next level, man. I would definitely consider either finding an apprenticeship if that's something that's available to you, or maybe going to school. But whatever you got to do in your area to get licensed, that's when you can take things to the next level, bro. Like, I want another pet peeve. Just this is a business owner pet peeve, but like another pet peeve I have is when people without a barber license come in asking me for a license. Like, even if they have been cutting hair for a while and they're good, they have a clientele. Like, I am more along the lines to feel like this. I'm more predisposed to feel like this. Bro, I paid my dues. I went to school. Chad paid his dues. He went to school. Kenny went to school. Johan went to school. All my guys went to school and got a license. They didn't shortcut nothing. All right. So I'll be damned if I'm gonna let somebody who's not gone through that, who's not paid their dues, and they're gonna jump in front of the line. So that's how I feel about it. So personally, I get this question a lot. Every once in a while, when somebody walks in, I get this question a lot, and it drives me nuts a little bit. The first thing I'm gonna ask you if you ask me for a job, the very first thing I'm gonna ask you if you got a license. If you don't got a license, I could care less what you do got. I'm gonna tell you to get a license. All right. Now another thing that I think all of us have been guilty of, and you're lying if you say you haven't. All right. Dirty tools. All right. Now, if you're a client and you're walking in the shop and you're trying to get a beat on whether this place is clean, whether they're professional, whether this and that, one thing you can look at, just see if the client, see if the barber sprays his tools, is his shop full of hair, is his station full of hair, and this is kind of why it goes along the lines of like, bro, another one that really drives me nuts. I'm finishing up with Paul. Joe's waiting to get a haircut. Joe senses that I'm finishing up with Paul, so he starts to loiter around the chair. He's just circling like a hyena, circling a wounded calf, and he wants to jump in that chair. Now I'm settling up with Paul. I'm about to get a tip, everything. I don't need him leering at my transaction. And furthermore, even when I'm done with Paul, I'd like to take a minute and clean up my station before Joe sits down. But Joe, he's on the hunt. You know what I mean? He's like a lion. All right. So when you get right down to it, we could all do a little better job with sanitization, but this is another reason why I don't really like when clients start to bum rush the chair the moment a pair of ass cheeks get off of it. So smash that like button if you guys are feeling this live. I feel like there's been an awful lot of people in here. We've had 100 people here at times, and we ain't got that many people thumbing up the live. He said, what changed when you got your license? Nothing changes when you get your license. I mean, the only thing that changes when you get your license is you can now go legally work places. And if I were predisposed to hire somebody without a license, and the state comes in, they can charge me $500 and the person $500, so that's $1,000. But the residual of that is they start to kind of look at your shop a little closer. They start to come in. They could give you more problems, and it's just another reason why it's another deterrent. But that's not really the reason why. Like I could care less about the state board. I'm not worried about all that. I more or less just feel like it's unfair for you to cut in line where other people are paying their dues, working hard, and taking it serious. Like not everybody has to do this for a building, a business, right? Not everybody has to do this for work. There are other things that might be better suited for other people to do, but it's just like if you feel like you're just gonna jump in line and start cutting hair somewhere, that kid kind of irritated me a little bit, like because like the thing that was kind of shitty about it was he was like, I said, are you interested in cutting hair? You want to learn? Because he was young, and I figured like we would maybe have this conversation that I've had a million times with other people. Some of you guys at shows, at barber expos, where you're like, man, bro, I really want to learn. I really want to know more. I really want to get better at this. Those are conversations I'm used to having. So when that kid was like, no, I'm not interested in cutting hair, I was like, okay, then why would you ask to work here? Like, if you're not interested in cutting hair, then what would make you think that you asking to work here would be enough? Like, if I was going to hire somebody, you think it would be you? You'd be my first, you would not be top of mind. We'll put it that way. You would not be top of mind. All right? All right, y'all, let's take a quick peek. Let's take a quick peek out the window. Y'all can see my little setup I got going on here. Once I get the next house, man, y'all see that? We got the teleprompter, just like Joe Biden, except I can read it. And then we got, some of the other stuff all attached to it. That's where the behind the scenes stuff. But I thought maybe I'll walk you over here and we'll see this damn hurricane. It ain't doing nothing, man. I mean, it's really just raining. This isn't even part of the hurricane, I don't think. It's just sitting here. But it's just kind of dampening the whole day. It sucks, man. Because even if I did want to go out there and put my hurricane shutters up, which I have no desire to do, but even if I did want to go out there and do that, unfortunately, I'm going to have to do it in the pouring rain. I really would have to soak my drill. I mean, all this stuff. So it's just, it just sucks, man, because we got about 3 more days of this. I'll probably go live again before this is all said and done. But I just thought it might be kind of fun to hop on here, go live with you guys, and say what's up. I'm going to be chopping some of this stuff up into short form content. I actually just filmed it. I got it really good, but I just thought it'd be kind of fun to like talk about this topic live. So if there's a pet peeve that I didn't mention and you guys are dealing with, I just thought, you know what, it's time to put this topic to bed. No one's really made many videos on this in a long, long time. And I don't really think like this too often. I don't think about like all the negative too often. I think more on a positive note of things. But they're actually, as I wrote these down, there's a lot of stuff that can kind of irritate you in this business. But like for all the bad we just talked about, I love this business more than anything. All right, there's nothing that I like more than when I get an opportunity to just make somebody feel really good. And a lot of times, for me personally, a lot of times it's when people are dealing with stuff, or young men are dealing with young men problems. Like younger guys are thinking stuff's cool when it ain't, and I could talk them off the ledge. Like, bro, there's been all kinds of like awesome things. So really enjoy everything there is about cutting hair. Like I like pouring into other people and trying to help them when I feel like I'm able to. So when I see kids in high school that are starting to use drugs or do things they shouldn't do, I'm kind of like a person where I can kind of see like, look, I know where all this leads, bro, and it doesn't lead where you think it does. I know you think that all these people are cool, but like one day you're gonna reach into your pocket and you're gonna have nothing. You're gonna have nobody around you, and nobody's gonna think you're cool. I said, do you think it would be cool? Me at my age, I'm almost 40 years old. Do you think it would be cool for me to not have enough money to pay for my family? Would it be cool for me to do all those things? Would it be cool for me to be all screwed up? Like, no, there would be nothing cool about that. Nobody would walk by and even take pity on me. No one would give a flying shit about me. I'd be like I'd be like all the homeless in this country, and it would just be like no one would care. So I'm just trying to warn some of these people of these things that go on. He said, have you experienced cheap clients, and how do you deal with that? Yeah, I think everybody deals with cheap clients. It sucks, man. That's actually a good, I'm putting cheap clients. Thank you. I don't know how I didn't think of that. But the truth is, I'm in Naples, Florida, so I don't have that many clients who are super cheap anymore. But in the end of the day, you got your clients who really take care of you well, and you got some people who really don't. So the way I kind of look at it is it's all a wash, and you can mention it to clients if you do it in the right way. You could say like, listen, Leo, I've been cutting your hair for a long time, and I just noticed that you don't ever tip. And I just wanted to make sure that there was something, maybe if there's something I could do better for you in the future, I would be more than happy to do it. Like, if you say it like that, you're going to probably have a better chance of getting a tip out of them. Or, sometimes I've even seen this work too. So somebody hands you the money, you say, oh, okay, no tip, you cheap son of a bitch. Like sometimes just that joke, like just to say it like that, sometimes that'll make them, wanna tip you too. He said, should I go for the Stylecraft Flex or the Gamma Boost to replace my generic Philips shaver? Oh, you're looking for a shaver. Okay, new to the shaver world. Honestly, if you're on a budget, I would just tell you to go ahead and grab the Rebel. I think the Rebel is pretty cool. It's right in between those two, and it's a little cheaper. And if you have the money, you can get an Instinct shaver. That's like game changer. Super fast. And I actually have another voiceover to do. I found a haircut, you guys, that I did a long time ago. I mean, this haircut must be 4 or 5 years old. And the funny thing about it is, hang on, I'll show you guys. I'm gonna have to point the camera at my computer here to show you. But the funny thing about it was, I was actually using the ergos, and I had a taper blade on these ergos. And dude, I am like so happy with how this cut was, and I'm really happy with how easy these are to fade with. It just reminded me, like, if you actually notice right there, if I stop it, you can see that I have a taper blade on here. This haircut is probably got to be 3 years old or so, because I think I was wearing a mask here. No, it was right after I shaved my beard. So in Florida, we wore a mask for like a week and a half. And unfortunately, I shaved my beard right then, and then I stopped wearing the mask. So if I didn't do this, my beard would be so much longer. But I have another saber here, which I keep saying a saber, another ergo here, which I always actually recommend that you guys use too. This one actually has a fade blade or a favorite blade on it, so that this client's hair is always tough, man. I've actually filmed him, I don't know how many times, and I was never super thrilled. I mean, I nailed it a few times, but I was never super thrilled with how his haircut came out. When I was done. But when I looked at this one, I realized like how much easier it can be to fade with an ergo sometimes. So check out the end result of this haircut. I'm not gonna sit you guys here through the whole thing. And there's the old shaver there. But I mean, yo, that haircut was fully filmed. It was something like 28, 29 minutes. Let's see here. And this is actually cut down. So no, it was probably about a 40-minute film. But anyways, like I just was kind of looking at this and it kind of encouraged me. Look at all these projects I got for you guys, man. I got projects for days that I've been working on for you guys. But yeah, I'll check out this one from Kenny. So Kenny's a little nervous. He is just such a great hair cutter. He's just such a great barber. And he's a little nervous to like do this voiceover with me. But yo, he is so talented. I mean, look at this. First off, let's see if I can find a view with Kenny in it, so you guys can see who the heck I'm talking about. But this particular time, I actually filmed him, and he did this haircut on this gentleman here, and it's like everything Kenny does. Like this is not the easiest haircut, by the way, because this client's got a lot of like bumps and stuff in his scalp. I'll show you the end result here. I was kind of hoping to find one with Kenny in it here. He's the one who started kind of encouraging me to do do a little bit more of the enhancements this way again. But yo, check that out. I mean, that's a fresh cut. That's a fresh cut right there. And look at the back of this client's head, by the way. So if you look at the back of this client's head, you see this here. Yo, people want skin fades, and sometimes this is a reality. Like this is a real jutting of an occipital bone. And I mean, if you look at the fade around that thing, I feel like he nailed that. I mean, this is not an easy haircut to do. If you think it is, if you think you know what you're talking about and you don't, you just don't. Flat out, this is not an easy haircut to do. But look at these waves, man. Like, look at this gradients. It's so good. And he's got so much talent. I'm hoping I can get him, give him the courage to do the voiceover with me. So if me and him sit down, do this voiceover, would you guys like that? Smash that thumbs up. Let me know if that would be something that you would be interested in. I really want to start featuring other people other than myself on these videos, because I just feel like it would be a lot of fun to kind of open the door of this channel up to people who, other people who are doing things, and just teach other people. Let's learn from each other. You know what I mean? This was this is the flex trimmer right here, y'all. And this flex trimmer, this thing goes so hard. I love this trimmer. I mean, this thing is just, I don't know, man. It's just a super underrated trimmer. And when you really get right down to it, it's kind of hard to beat it. I have access, obviously, to everything. Stylecraft will send me anything I ask for. And obviously, they've sent me everything I have. But really, there are certain tools that are really just good enough and do a great job. And this is one of them. Another one that I use an awful lot, I actually use the Rebel trimmer and Rebel clipper. I use that a ton, and that's just an awesome cut, awesome cutting blade. This is the one that a lot of you guys really like. This haircut here. This actually did really well on Instagram, but this haircut is tough, man. This is a tough haircut. This guy here, he's got the type of hair, just super, super fine hair that's literally going to show every single mistake. Let me show you how hairy it was at one point. Like, I mean, right there, bro, you see that in your haircut, you know you got a lot of work ahead of you. You know you got a lot of work ahead of you. He said, I posted a fake combo of somebody paying me $150 for a men's cut, and after that, more people started coming to me. Funny how that works out. Isn't that funny? But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes you find yourself in a little bit of a dogfight. But I actually knew I knew that that haircut would be a challenge, and that's why I put my skin line in, my initial skin line in. I put that in with the taper blade in the closed position because I knew if I put that in with a taper blade, it'd be super soft, be really easy to cut, and that would be it. And then we had the Saber 2. Oh, check this out, man. This is actually kind of funny. I think this is the one with the animal control. Check this one out. This is the last one. This is the short that is actually, it's not even live yet, so you guys are actually seeing this short before it's live, but.
Have you guys ever had a client that no-shows you multiple times?
So I'm not gonna make it. I hit a frog on the way to the shop. I'm waiting for animal control.
Yeah, whatever. That's why I love the booked and scheduling app. And they're always adding new and exciting features, like blocking the habitual offenders. And right now they're offering a deal, 50% off your first month.
Yeah, it's pretty funny though, ain't it? He says, I'm not gonna make it. I hit a frog on the way to the shop. And yeah, I got called animal control. He said, anyways, he said, don't you think the highlighting of that point accentuates the receding and recession point? You know, whether it does or it don't, this client actually asked me to fade his hair higher. And the cool thing about it actually looked a lot better. The fade itself looked a lot better. I don't know if you guys recall, but I did a live haircut demonstration on that model a couple weeks ago. And I made the fade a little bit lower. I thought I did a good job and I was like pretty happy with it. But the last haircut that we did on him, I actually think this looks way better. I might even be able to find both here, but look, this is the finished photo of that last haircut, and I mean that looks so much better than what I did. I had the fade way lower at the other one, and he is receding, and I don't think there's not really too much we can do about that, you know, at this point. But if I look at the live. The previous live where I cut his hair and I left it a little bit lower. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but me personally, I think that it actually looked a lot better when we took it a little bit higher. And this is the beauty of it, man. This is an art. This is why it's like subjective. It's like, you know, there'll be people that are sitting there saying, no, man, that looked like trash, man. I can't believe you did them like that. And there'll be other people who are like, yo, that's a great haircut, man. I think that looks awesome. Let's see, is this the haircut right here?
Fire. Those are some.
Oh, it is him. Okay, so check this out. This is the other one where I left it lower. You guys tell me what you think.
Great.
At the end of this haircut, I think I got this a little bit lower.
USB-C charging.
You see what I mean? Like right there. I know it's a little blurry. It's kind of a little bit harder to see. But I don't think this looks as good. You know, it's definitely a lower fade. I don't think it looks as good as this other one. I mean, look at how much cleaner it looked when we just took it. When we just took it all the way. Same dude, exact same dude. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm thinking anyways. That's the beauty of it though, man, is the beauty of it is when you build a relationship with a client, you will ultimately get better as you do their hair more. You'll get a chance to experiment. You'll say, you know what, next time this guy comes in, I don't want to take that spot as short. He's got that little bump there, the one that Kenny did. He had the big bump in the back, you know. You got all kinds of stuff. So listen, if you or somebody you know is willing to send in a haircut, I will edit it myself. If you send it in, I will post it on my channel. I'll give you guys the credit for it. But I would like to go ahead and you know, start opening up the channel to other people. So if you guys are interested in that, drop a comment or reach out to me. If you go in the link in the description, you'll see my link tree. You'll see a link to one of my emails accounts. Do that. He said the lower fade then accentuates the top bald spot. You know, it's kind of funny too. It's like sometimes if a client is thinning on top, if you take the hair cut a little shorter on the sides, I used to have a firefighter. He used to call it the optical illusion. You know, looking less bald on the top by making the sides look shorter. He called it the optical illusion. I mean, I think it actually does kind of work. He always looked way better when I cut his hair, you know, super short. My beard, he said, how do you grow a beard like mine? You just don't cut it, man. You don't cut it and you wait about 3 years and bang, that's what you got. I don't know, lately I've been kind of liking the length that I've got. I can't wait for it to get long enough to braid because like there's times where I just don't want this big old thing kind of hanging out there. If I just had like a nice braid that went all the way down here, I think that'd be pretty tight. So that's the next plan here. And other than that, I just use like a Uno 2.0 or something to just, hit the top a little bit and little cleanup on the sides, and I'm good to go. But all right, you guys, I hope that you've enjoyed this live. We've been going on for about 49 minutes. I just thought it would be fun to do a little live here with this hurricane going on and, break down some stuff. If you guys enjoy content like this, do me a favor, smash that thumbs up on the way out. I could really use it, y'all. There's channels out here that have a lot of subscribers and they're not getting a whole lot of traction. Matter of fact, I was watching TED Talks the other day. Now, TED Talks has, I think, 40 million subscribers, and they're posting videos that are getting like 300 views. And I'm thinking, like, how could TED Talks be posting videos that are getting sub 300 views? So if you can smash that thumbs up, I think it goes a long way in helping this channel grow. And again, I really want to start to feature some of you guys as well. So really, I appreciate everything we get out of you guys. We do have a really advanced haircut dropping at 2 p.m. today. It was members have had this available for about 2 to 3 weeks, and I might keep it a member video. It just depends. It depends how well it does. So if you guys get on there and you smash that thumbs up, that could really help it to grow. But if it doesn't look like it's gonna take off, I think I'm gonna probably wind up putting that back to a member only video. So the hair, the head shape, all that stuff definitely helps out. So with that being said, I will keep you guys posted, updated on what the hurricane's up to. Maybe if it gets a little bit worse out there, we'll go out there and we'll do another live out there and we'll see what's going on. I'll capture some of these heavy winds, and as of right now, I'm not sure where the hurricane is pointed, but there's been every couple hours there's been new updates. Hopefully it starts to slow down. The last thing I want to see it do is go up there, man. Them poor people that got hit with Helena. If you guys have not done any research on what actually happened up there, the media is not talking about it, y'all. Go to Twitter, go to X, and look at what these people are saying. They're absolutely decimated. It looks like a nuclear bomb went off up there. And I feel terrible for those people. I really do. We've had a lot of hurricanes in Florida, but we've never had anything like that. I mean, I've never seen anything like that in my life. And I was watching that yesterday, even during the football games, man. I'm watching that, and I had tears in my eyes watching it because people are trying to get in there and help, and it's not even possible. You got guys who work for the Coast Guard. You got guys who work for the military that can fly helicopters, and there's just no helicopters. They're flying civilian helicopters, saving babies and children, and it's just kind of it's crazy what the response to this has been. It's been garbage, man. I feel like if they would have been smart, they could have deployed the entire American military to that area and saved as many people as possible. That should have been done within 5 hours. Makes me sick. Makes me sick to see the response to this. But regardless, man, I'm definitely making my donations to those people, and I really hope that the people who have just gotten hit don't get hit by this one. That would just be absolutely terrible. So, yeah, gotta be careful what I say, man. I wind up on the hit list with YouTube over here, so I don't want that. So, with that being said, you guys, I'm gonna let you go before I get aggravated, and I will catch you guys in a soon future live. Smash that thumbs up on the way out, and if you got something for them people, them hurricane victims, man, donate to them directly, man. Don't give it to no ratchet ass companies. All right, y'all, we out. Peace.